Okay, not really sure what happened there. The video camera turned off. Whatever. It's back now. So anyways, so once you get this thing back on and get your pliers on there, and you can use a wrench. Just cut in there for a wrench. I use pliers, do whatever you want. And then cinch that up fairly firm. Now I go with the aluminum caps at the very least, because this is what's going to bust, is this little eyelet when you get humping on her there. So that's why I use those, right? And I want to make sure the shock moves up and down. And it does. That's a good thing. So now we're going to put this on here. And remember what I said. Now we're talking about an actual good part here. We're not talking about junk. So I put something on it, and then I grip it, right? So I don't scratch it all to heck, right? I put this through there. Whoop. Usually I use a longer one so I can just whip this through, but whatever, this one will work. Now you don't gotta cinch this down hard, as long as it's threaded all the way on. I don't cinch it at all because I don't want to strip it, right? So, and there's that. Now you put your shock, now you put your shock holder back on. You make sure the holder's to the base. Put your shock on, and you compress your spring. And you put your bottom shock holder retaining clip on there, and it just goes on through the slit, slides over, and that shock is done. Now, like I say, I use a little lighter weight, so I use 2 preloads. Preloads are pretty good. And when you do the preloads, I do them on the outside of the shock holder here, so that the shock doesn't have an opportunity to slip out, right? So just compress the shock, put my 2 preloads back on, and that's ready to be installed back in the car, just like so. And it works just wonderful. Okay, so now, as I promised, here comes the swearing. So this little E-clip, all I do is I put this on there, and I push. But as I said, it ain't so easy. Sometimes you gotta put it down to get it to push off here. I hate these things. Hate them. Hate them. Okay, I'm not going to do it now because I can feel myself getting angry already, and I just started. So, whatever. You take the top one off. I always, like I say, I make sure I got a bag on, because as soon as that thing pops off, it's going to sail, so keep it close to something. And I always lay down a piece of towel, like a towel, down when I'm dealing with this small stuff, because if it hits like glass or wood, it's going to bounce. If it hits a towel, it'll just catch and sit there. So that's what I do there. Now this thing, that little piece of plastic ripping off there, I just pull that off. It's not that important. There's almost like 2 rings there, and the outer one's not really well attached. But anyways, that's the basics there of putting the shock together, okay? So we're going to set this off to the side here. Okay, real quick. I'll set that shock off to the side so that I can show you the install. There's the body I did. Okay. This is obviously sitting a little too low. Okay, in order to put this back on, it's just simple. 2 little nuts. Okay, you take them off. On this top one, there is a little washer. Okay, make sure that washer is up against the back here, because you don't want it. You want a washer there to assist in the turning. You don't want it right up against the plastic. I use the stock shock tower. Some guys go to the metal. I probably will too. But I'm already dumped just a pile of cash into this getting set up. These are the new wheels I put on there. These are the new Road Rage 2s, 30 series. Man, they look just slick to me. And when I put them on there, I strapped them. So, like, you can fire this thing up top speed, they don't expand at all. So they're 4.1 inches around, and they stay 4.1 inches around. They don't get any bigger. So I think that'll help, because everyone saw, if you watch my other video, how snaky this thing gets when you punch it right up around 70, 75 miles an hour there. She really gets snaky. So as I go for higher speeds, I need more stability, right? So there we go. There they are. That should do it. So you put the shock tower back on, button her all up, and she should be good to go. If you have any questions about this or any of my other videos, feel free to get a hold of me. I'd like to send out a thanks to Hockey Dude, Mr. MRT Mustang 1, you've entered there. I never know how to pronounce that name, but if you go on to the guy, the last but not least, the guy I think, Draven, 3907, Ace. He's always willing to help out new guys, especially with these builds. So go down to his site there, Draven 3907. He sells bodies and all that stuff. You get a hold of him, he'll help you out. As a matter of fact, I was asking him a bunch of questions. He gave me his phone number, and I phoned him, had a nice long talk with him about setup and stuff like that. He really helped me out. He's going to save me a pile of cash. So thanks to him. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.